What is up, guys? I'm back here with Marcus, and he's doing reverse bay parking today.
Yeah.
Last time we did forward bay parking, how did it go?
Yeah, it went alright actually. I was a little nervous, but actually it turned out to be quite easy to do. So.
Easier than you thought?
Yeah, a lot easier.
Yeah? So is reverse parking. You see a lot of this on Facebook or YouTube where people are messing up parking, and it's hilarious. But if you've got a formula and you follow it, it's really easy to do and it will work every single time. So let's learn that formula.
Awesome. So.
Okay, so starting position first. You don't need to be as far away from the bay as when you did forward parking.
Okay.
Let's say we're half a car width away from the bay this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're not taking up too much space in the car park. Then you're going to drive forward, spot your bay, and then you're going to count 3 lines forward from your bay.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Then that third line lines up with you. So your shoulder is in line with that line.
Okay.
So we're not using a reference point on the car this time. Your shoulder is in line with the line. And make sure that you get it nice and accurate, because if you're a foot forward, you're going to be a foot to the right when you finish. If you're a foot too far back, you're going to be a foot to the left when you finish. If you don't do feet in inches, then that's about 1/4 meter.
Yeah.
Especially if you're parking in between 2 cars. So the reason that we learn reverse parking is because it's super accurate. You can get into a really tight space when you reverse into it. Forward bay parking is slightly less accurate. You're probably going to cross one of the lines either side of your bay unless you start really far away. Once you're at your starting position, then you need to pop the car into reverse. What do we do before any reversing?
So we check the mirrors and observe everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Full 360-degree view of what's around your car. Then you're going to set off nice and slowly using that clutch control technique that we talked about, and steer left straight away. So as soon as you start moving, start turning. Don't turn until you start to move. That's called dry steering, and we don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So turn and move and turn at the same time. Full lock to the left.
Okay.
Then you'll start to reverse and turn into the bay. Once you're parallel, use the horizon. Once the horizon matches up with your bonnet, then straighten up the wheel and slide back into the bay.
Okay, cool.
Okay?
Yeah.
So once you are parallel with the horizon and your bay, you will be about halfway in, halfway out of your bay. You need to complete the rest of the manoeuvre still with effective observations. Keep looking around. Remember, we're reversing in the car park, so we need to be looking around all the time. You will not be in a busy car park, but you need to demonstrate that you can do this in a busy car park. So make sure that you're looking around all the time, and if there's anything walking around you or driving around you, you need to stop for that.
Cool. Okay.
Cool. Let's give it a go.
All right, that's it.
If we're parking in that bay on the right of the tree, what's the line that you need to line up with?
So you need to go forwards and then 3 lines in front.
That's it?
Yeah.
So that one. So let's go into first gear.
Okay, so touch down.
Awesome. We're on a little bit of a hill, so biting point before we release the handbrake.
Oh, that's a touch. There we go. Observe.
Let's roll forward nice and slow. Practice that clutch control technique.
Yep.
So we spotted our bay. You can see the first line on the right.
Yep. So that was counting the first one as the tree, yeah? So
that's not the first one. That's the first one.
Okay,
so on the right of the bay.
Yeah. 1, 2, and
3.
So I'm going to stop there.
That line with the drain needs to line up with you. So let's go forward a little bit more. So you're looking straight down the line.
Yeah. About there.
Perfect. Stop there. So, can you see straight down the line? Is your shoulder in line with that line now?
Yeah.
Or are you a little bit too far forward?
I'm probably a tiny bit too far forward.
Tiny bit. Let's make it accurate. Just reverse back a little bit. Remember to check around before you reverse.
Cool.
Okay, so happy with that now?
Yeah, that's perfect.
You should be looking straight down the line now.
Yeah.
Right in line with your shoulder. So, you're in reverse gear. What do we need to do before reversing? It's always the same.
Check all your mirrors and blind spots. Cool. So
make sure there's nothing around us that we're going to affect by reversing.
Yeah. Nope.
Cool. And then let's get the biting point ready because we're on a hill.
Cool.
Just a slight hill, but still it's going to affect us. Perfect. Then let's check around again because it's been a couple of seconds since we last did it. And turn at the same time as moving.
Okay. Cool.
And steer left, 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 left. And hold it, keep looking around, making sure that the car park is safe and we're not affecting anybody else doing this maneuver. Once you're parallel, the horizon will match your bonnet
Oh yes, I should.
And that's when you need to straighten up the wheels. So let's start to straighten up now. Go. Keep going.
Up there.
And then keep sliding back into your bay, looking around, making sure there's no one around that we're going to affect. Keep going. Great, stop. Okay, so just look at where the line is in front of us. Should be just underneath your mirror.
Yeah.
And that's when you know you're in the bay.
Awesome.
Excellent. Handbrake neutral. Let's go shopping. Okay, great. That wasn't too hard. It's a formula. If you follow the same thing every time, it will work exactly the same every time. And if you're on a driving test and you want to know whether it worked, make sure you secure the car and you can open the door and peek outside. If you're on your driving test, the examiner will tell you to drive into a bay. So you'll be picking the bay. It doesn't really matter which bay you go into. So pick a line it up with you and reverse into it. But if you're in a car park and you're parking in between some cars or around some other vehicles, make sure you've counted 3 lines forward properly so you get into the bay you mean to get into. So guys, that's how you reverse bay park. Follow the formula, practice it with your friends, family, whoever's teaching you how to drive, or your instructor, practice it over and over again. If you haven't quite got the technique and you haven't quite remembered the formula, watch this video back a couple of times so that when you do it, it's natural. You can do it without thinking too much, because what you want to be thinking about is the observations and not the mechanics.
Yeah.
So keep practicing it until you've got this down packed.
Yeah, and like I said, I think the other ones, just don't be afraid to just give it a go and just see what happens, and then just practice and practice and practice, and it'll just get easier and easier. So.
Was it easier than you thought it was going to be?
Actually, a lot easier.
Yeah?
Be.
Awesome.
So.
Right, guys, that was reverse bay parking. If you need help with any other manoeuvres, watch them here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.